Hello everyone, it's Saturday and every Saturday I have a new crochet tutorial to share with you. Thank you so much for your comments on my previous video in which I shared the handmade gifts I made for my family this year. Many of you really like the knit sweater that I made for my dog Teddy and asked to see him wearing it. So here is my fluffy boy wearing his cozy sweater. Thank you so much for all of your Christmas wishes and kind words. I got comments from people all around the world, which warmed my heart and made my Christmas even more special. And now back to today's tutorial. Earlier this season, I made this sweet stitch scarf, which I crocheted along the length, starting with a very long chain. But the scarf I'm showing you today, I crocheted along the width, and I made the width design facing in the opposite directions. So the pattern is basically the same as the previous scarf, with only two minor changes. The yarn that I used is soft and shiny from Loops and Threads, color Icy Blue. The hook size is H, 5 millimeters. I used 2 skeins of the yarn, which is about 620 yards or 340 grams. The finished measurements of my scarf are about 72 inches long and 8 inches wide, but you can make yours any length you wish. This design would also look very pretty in a blanket or afghan. Please remember to give my video a like and leave me a comment. Thank you and happy crocheting! I start with 29 chains, which I crochet quite loosely. 2, 3, 4. Here I have 29 chains and I'm ready to start the first row, which is very simple. It's going to be a row of half double crochets. I'm going to work into the back humps of the chain, and into the third chain from the hook, I make a half double crochet. We never count the chain on the hook, we always start counting from the next one. 1, 2, 3. This is the third chain, and working into the back hump of it, I make a half double crochet. So this is the very first stitch of my row, and to avoid any confusion, I'm going to mark it with a stitch marker so that in the following row I know exactly where the last stitch must be worked. And now I simply work half double crochet into each chain across. Here I worked the first row of half double crochets, and in this row I have 27 half double crochets. I turn my work and I start the next row with 2 chains. 1, 2. These 2 chains don't count as a stitch. Here is the first half double crochet of the previous row, and this is the second half double crochet. I'm going to skip the first one, and into the next one I make a half double crochet. Now this is going to be the first stitch of this row, and I'm going to mark it with a stitch marker. Now I'm going to work a puff stitch into this skipped half double crochet. So in a way I will be working backwards into this stitch. I do yarn over, insert the hook, draw up a loop. Again, yarn over into the same stitch, insert the hook, draw up a loop. And one more time, yarn over, insert the hook, draw up a loop. Now I have a total of 6 loops and this one chain. So there are 6 loops over here where I did yarn over, and there is that chain that already was on the hook. Now I do yarn over and I draw through all 7 loops on the hook. And this is how this puff stitch is made. Here is the next stitch. I skip it, and into the next one I work a half double crochet. Now again I will work another puff stitch into this skipped half double crochet. So yarn over, insert the hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, insert the hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, insert the hook, draw up a loop. Now again, yarn over, and I draw through all the loops on the hook, and that's how puff stitch is made. I skip the next half double crochet, and into the next one I make a half double crochet. And now again, into the skipped one, I will work a puff stitch. Here I am at the end of the row. There is only one stitch left, and it is marked with a stitch marker so that I clearly know where to work that last half double crochet. So I just work the last puff stitch, and into the last stitch, I make a half double crochet. And this row is finished. I turn my work, and the next row is gonna be a row of puff stitches again. I start with 2 chains, 1, 2. These 2 chains don't count as a stitch. Here is the first stitch of this row, and here is the next one. So I skip the first stitch, and into the next one, I work a half double crochet. So this is gonna be the first stitch of this new row, and I mark it with a stitch marker to avoid any confusion. Now into this skipped stitch, I'm gonna work a puff stitch. So yarn over, and I kind of go backwards, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop, and now I finish the puff stitch. Here is the next stitch. I skip it, and into the next one I make a half double crochet, and into the skipped stitch I'm gonna work another puff stitch. 1, 2, 3. I skip the next stitch, and into the next one I make a half double crochet. And now into the skipped stitch I work a puff stitch. 1, 2, 3. And that's how I continue. Skip into the next one, half double crochet, and into the skipped one a puff stitch. And then again skip into the next one, half double crochet, and into the skipped one a puff stitch. And that's how I continue all the way across. Here I am at the end of this row. There is only one stitch left, which is marked with a stitch marker, so I know exactly where to work the last half double crochet. So over here I made a puff stitch, and now into the last stitch I make a half double crochet. I turn my work, and I start the next row with 2 chains, 1, 2. These 2 chains don't count as a stitch, and this row is gonna be a row of half double crochets. So I will simply work a half double crochet into each stitch across. So here is the first stitch, and here I make a half double crochet, and I mark it with a stitch marker. And then I simply make a half double crochet into each stitch across. And at the end of this row, again, I have the first stitch of the previous row marked, so I know exactly where I need to work the last stitch. And it's a good idea to mark the first stitch of each row, because look over here, it might get confusing whether you should be working that stitch or not, but when it is marked, you know for sure that you need to make a stitch over here. So this is where I make the last half double crochet. I turn my work, and now I'm going to work 2 more rows of half double crochets. I will simply make a half double crochet into each half double crochet. I start with 2 chains. These 2 chains don't count as a stitch, and into the first stitch over here, I make a half double crochet. This is the first stitch, and I mark it with a stitch marker. And another thing I want to note here is that as I crochet, it might look like I'm only working under one loop, but actually there are 2 loops on the top. So I'm inserting the hook under both loops on the top. So into each half double crochet, I simply make a half double crochet. And remember, in the very first row, the amount of half double crochets was 27. So in this row and the previous row, the amount of half double crochets must be the same, 27 half double crochets. And again, at the end of the row, I know exactly where to work the last half double crochet because I had it marked. So right now I worked 2 rows of half double crochets over here after the puff stitches row, and I need to work 1 more row of half double crochets. So I start with 2 chains into the first half double crochet. I make a half double crochet and I mark it with a stitch marker, and then I simply work 1 more row of half double crochets. And here I finished the 3rd row of half double crochets. I turn my work, and here I have 6 rows worked in total. So the first row was a row of half double crochets, then 2 rows of puff stitches, and then 3 rows of half double crochets. And from this point, I'm going to start repeating the pattern from row number 2. So I'm gonna start showing it to you again. I start with 2 chains, which don't count as a stitch. I skip the first half double crochet, and into the next one, I make a half double crochet. This is the first stitch, and I mark it with a stitch marker. Into the skipped stitch over here, I make a puff stitch. 1, 2, 3. I skip the next stitch, and into the next one, I make a half double crochet. And now into the skipped one, I make a puff stitch. 1, 2, 3. Again, I skip the next stitch, and into the next one, I make a half double crochet, and into the skipped one, I make a puff stitch. And notice that these puff stitches are worked in the opposite direction than these over here. So these are leaning to the right, but these are leaning to the left. And that will give me this width stitch design that will be facing in the opposite direction than this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this row and the next one, and then I'll show you what I mean. Over here, I worked 2 more rows of puff stitches, creating another width stitch design or another width stitch stripe. And again, look over here, the puff stitches in the first row over here are leaning to the right, but the puff stitches in the row over here are leaning to the left. And as you can see, these width stitches have the opposite direction. So maybe it's better to see it this way. So here they are opening up, but over here they are kind of opening down. And that happens because in between, I worked an odd amount of rows with half double crochets. Over here, I worked 3 rows of half double crochets. If you work 2 or 4 rows of half double crochets instead of 3, you will get puff stitches in the same direction. And that's how you crochet this design, with the width stitches facing the opposite direction. Like over here it goes to the left, and here it goes to the right, to the left, to the right. So basically all you're gonna do here is repeat rows from row number 2 through row number 6. That's 5 repeating rows. And then once you reach the desired length of your scarf, you'll finish with row number 4. So you will only make 1 row of half double crochets after the last row of puff stitches. And that's because on this side, we started with 1 row of half double crochets and then puff stitches. So you should end with 1 row of half double crochets as well.